Hey everybody, welcome back to Why Not RV. On this week's episode, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to install the Micro Air Easy Touch for RV thermostats. Remember, if you want to learn more and make less mistakes while RVing, be sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like and a comment down below. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. First things first, when it comes to the Micro Air Easy Touch RV, there are several different varieties of this. I do not know how many there are, but I think there's enough for every single type of RV thermostat out there. So my suggestion is to go direct to their website, which I'll put a link in the description below where that website is at, and find the model that is for your thermostat. There's little pictures of thermostats, and you literally click what your thermostat looks like in your RV. So it's very simple to use, and you know what model you have. Now from there, you can either choose directly to order from them, or what I did, I ordered through Amazon just because I love ordering through Amazon. And again, I'll link the description below to a couple of these thermostats on Amazon. This one in particular is the ASY-350, and then it's the X01 model, which I think it just determines the color. But mine is to replace my thermostat, which let me show you what my current thermostat looks like. Here's my current thermostat. It is a Dometic brand, and you can see the amount of buttons that are on it. It has zone control, has a clock, has program. So first thing on the Micro Air website is it asks for brand. You know, Dometic, Coleman, other whatever. There's a few different ones on there, and then you just pick the one that's yours. It's very straightforward. This one in particular has just a tiny little tab down here that helps to keep it retained. But every thermostat is just a little bit different, but they're all very similar. Sometimes there's a little tab, sometimes there isn't, and if there isn't, you just pull it straight off like your regular household thermostat, literally just straight off. But first, I'm going to release this tab to get this off. All right, now that it's off, all that this is a simple phone style cable. I can't remember the name of these types of cables right now off the top of my head, I'm sorry. But it's just a little phone cable. You literally just pull it right out. Pull the tab, comes right out. That's it. This thermostat is now disconnected. Let's go ahead and open up the Micro Air and see what we got inside. Okay, so we got a couple little tabs for what look like your screws to go through, and then these can close back up. The thermostat itself. Which, as you can already see, the connection is again, it's just this little phone connection that was on the old thermostat, right? That's why you need to make sure you get the right one, because the backs of these are different for different types. Like the last one I replaced on my Big Country, which I'll put a link in the description below for that video, was actually wires. There's a wired thermostat similar to your household thermostat, but this one is not. It's totally different. Now, before we get going too far, obviously I need to go ahead and remove the back plate here. Fortunately, it's just 2 screws. Again, now we have those 2 screws removed. We see our hole that's drilled for the cable. Obviously, you don't want to let that fall back inside that hole, because then you're going to have a hard time getting it back out. So now we're going to go ahead and get this thing ready to prep and install. It has a little icon reference sheet for all the different icons that are on there. It has your little instruction sheet for how to make sure you have your holes lined up, which it has a actual like little plastic bracket kind of thing that keeps this nice and spaced perfectly so that it lines up to the thermostat. Now this comes with little anchors. I'm not going to use the anchors in my case because I actually have a real wood wall with real plywood that's like 3/4 inch thick. So it's plenty thick wood for the screws to just bite onto. But if you have like a typical RV panel wall or something that's obviously not very thick, then you might need to use those anchors, or maybe even a different type of anchor depending on your situation. Now again, every RV is going to be a little bit different. Some people are going to have a lot smaller holes, some people are going to have bigger holes. It just depends. Obviously in my case, what I'm going to do is take the little screws that it came with the bracket for spacing, and I'm going to put it basically centered on this hole here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that and screw those in. And again, these have, see if you guys can see that there. Yeah, so you just screw it down to the tightness up to that plastic piece, and then we're going to break off this plastic in the middle after the whole thing is secured on the wall. So now I have this mounted on the wall. I'm going to go ahead and just snip this. Let's see if I can actually you just pull it right off. Breaks right off. Okay, very simple. Now all we're doing is we're plugging in the thermostat and setting it onto the wall. That's it. There's a little screen protector here. We're gonna go and pull that off. And it automatically has detected that there are 2 zones, and it has up to 4. So, you know, this thermostat is probably unique for other RVs that have, you know, up to 3 or even 4 air conditioners. But anyways, let me go ahead and mess with some of this and see how all this works. So the other thing this came with was these little button caps and screws. And essentially what that's for is so like your pre-existing hole, like this hole that was over here on the old thermostat, or even these old holes that I have from, I don't even know what they're from before I owned the RV. Basically you can just screw your little screw in here and put those caps on there, and it makes it just look a little bit cleaner. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. So now with that screwed into that old hole, you can just close your little cap. Clicks right on, and now you have that instead of a hole. Now I'm not positive I really like that, just because it's a little bit off color from my regular caps, and like these holes have been here, they don't bother me, so I'm personally not going to use these, but again, they're there for the ones that do want to use it. Let me go ahead and take you through the Microwire Easy Touch RV app. Okay, so the app is on you know, whatever your respective devices. You download it and you go under your devices here, you hit settings, and you click add device. Once you click add device, it should have the type of device that you have on your wall right there. It should automatically detect it. You can put a name in for it. Now I chose to do this through Bluetooth. There's also Wi-Fi for after you get the Bluetooth established. So I'm just going to name this Why Not RV Airstream, and go ahead and hit OK. Okay, boom, complete. Now let's just go ahead and go back. Let's go back, and now under devices it's listed. I can click on it, and right inside the app I can mess with it. I can turn it on, I can change the zones, I can go to the other zone. It's already on because I did that on the thermostat itself, and you can start to change everything in there. First we're going to go ahead and add the Wi-Fi to this, so I'm going to go in my Wi-Fi and add in my actual Wi-Fi network name and password. Once you have your Wi-Fi in there, this little thing comes up and the thermostat resets. So we're just going to hit OK. We're going to go back, and that's really it to show you immediately. Again, I can go back into the device through Bluetooth and start to mess with stuff. I can see the temperatures, I can change temperatures, fan, cooling, heating, blah blah blah, all the different stuff that's in there. But that's pretty much it. That's really it. Super simple install in my case, just because all I was dealing with is that push connection, that phone style connection. Very simple to swap out. Now if you have wires, it's very simple. There's usually anywhere from 3 wires to 5 wires. Just take a picture beforehand, right, of your old thermostat and its old wiring. Make sure you just follow the instructions to a T. Microwire does a really good job of providing those instructions. Like even here on the back of this card, you can see that the back of it is not similar to mine. It has the 3 holes, which are 3 thermostat wires, which is the signal, ground, and positive 12 volt. So a little bit different. Now again, my air conditioners were off prior to doing this because I didn't want to just be pulling it off, plugging it in with the air conditioner already calling for power. You know, having the phone style plug on the back, there's no live voltage wires. If you are dealing with regular actual you know, stripped wires that you're dealing with on your type of thermostat, it's low voltage. As long as you don't touch the red and black together, you know, the positive and negative, you should be good. But you know, for all things safety, go ahead and just cut power, right? Turn the power off completely, disconnect your battery, whatever the case is, if you are concerned. This thing is such a quick and simple, easy upgrade to accomplish. You know, both now I have Bluetooth connectivity while I'm inside the RV. I have Wi-Fi connectivity when I have Wi-Fi on. So it's very nice and easy. You can set schedules for both zones, for your furnace, for your cooling, you know, all that stuff. It's really a big, massive upgrade, especially in terms of just not only look to the thermostat, but ease of use, right? It's just so much easier to use. If you're laying in bed, try it on your phone, Bluetooth, bam, you're already connected. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you're good to go. You can change your temperature without getting up out of bed or getting off the couch or whatever the case is. So I really like this. Very simple upgrade. Yeah, it's a couple $100, like anywhere from $250 to $300, I think, depending on the type of thermostat. Don't quote me on exact numbers because you never know when they change the prices. But again, check the link in the description below. I will put links to a couple different options out there. But again, always go to the website, Microair, to cross-reference and make sure that you are getting the correct thermostat model number for your correct previous thermostat. Okay, very, very important that you do that. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments below. Hit that like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe, click the notification bell. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching Why Not RV. We'll see you next time. Bye.